He had worked beside the farmer his whole life, plowing fields, carrying harvests, and walking the same narrow paths between golden rows of wheat. They spoke little, but their souls were intertwined, understanding each other in a way only quiet companions can. The man's hands were rough, the horse's steps were slow, and together they shared a rhythm that felt like time itself. As the years passed, the fields grew dry, the farmer grew older, his home emptier. The town around them was changing. New machines had arrived, and men were leaving the land, seeking futures elsewhere. One evening, as the sky was painted in soft orange light, the farmer walked to the stable with a trembling heart. He stroked the horse's mane, rested his forehead against its warm neck, and whispered, "You've given me everything." Then, with hands as heavy as a final goodbye, he opened the gate. At first, the horse didn't move. He looked at the man, then at the open fields beyond the fence, same ones he had crossed for years, but never freely. A sad smile crossed the farmer's face. "Go," he said softly. And so, the horse did. He trotted out, then broke into a gallop, his mane flowing like fire against the fading sun. The man watched until both the light and the sound of hoofbeats disappeared into the wind. Days turned into weeks. The stable door stayed open, the tools rusting quietly in the corner. But every evening, when the sun began to fall, the villagers would hear it, a distant whinny echoing across the empty fields. They said he came back at every dusk, standing by the old barn, neighing softly toward the house that once held his world. Then, as the first stars appeared, he would run again, back into the darkness, as if chasing a feeling only he could remember. Seasons changed. The barn grew brittle, and the farmer's house became silent and still. Then one morning, as a gentle mist rose through the valley, a few villagers saw him, that same golden horse, galloping through the fog toward the rising sun. His mane caught the light, and his breath shimmered in the cold air. And just like that, he was not fading away, but finally and truly free. They never saw him again. Only the wind remained, moving softly through the wheat fields, like a memory that refused to rest. He ran where love once lived, chasing the wind that still carried his name. Thank you for listening to this story. If it touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more content that speaks to the soul. We'll see you next time.